Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. Now, have you ever been on crypto Twitter and all of a sudden a massive headline shows up that makes you seem like you're going to get shaken out of your crypto or you're not going to be able to buy crypto in the future? Well, it happened again today. And I'm going to tell you the same thing I always tell everyone else. Just be patient. All of a sudden, a different article comes out debunking the first article. That's why when I make videos, I always see a massive headline and I don't want to share it right away or use it in a video right away because I know later on that day some other news comes out to the alternative. That's why sometimes I always put my videos out later in the afternoon. So SWIFT will no longer process fiat currency transfers from bank accounts to cryptocurrency exchanges with a value of less than 100K, effective February 1st, 2023. So it sounds like if you're not investing $100,000 in the future, you're not going to be able to buy crypto in the future. Well, then this came out. It seems like Signature Bank imposed a 100K cap, not SWIFT. It is important to note that the Signature is the banking partner of most of the major crypto exchanges. Then, it's incorrect. It's just one bank on the SWIFT network, not SWIFT itself. Because right away people are saying, oh, as soon as SWIFT takes over in the new financial system, we're done buying crypto. Or they say, starting next month, we're not going to be able to buy crypto. We're not going to be able to cash out our crypto unless we have $100,000 worth of crypto to cash out. That's how it goes on crypto Twitter. First you get the hysteria, then all of a sudden you get the facts. That's why a lot of times I see massive headlines I want to share with you all, but I give it time to sit because usually something different comes out later. So, Governor of the Central Bank of France explained regulation for crypto markets was key for controlling the possible damage these might bring investors in the future. Now, all the talk right now is about regulation. Here in the US, we watched Elizabeth Warren for months cry out for regulations around crypto. She tied it to money laundering and drug dealing. Then she came out with a framework finally, and it was all about taxing us more than anything else. So, a group of global banking experts hosted by the World Economic Forum convened about the need for global crypto regulation, including stablecoins and unbacked crypto assets. The panel agreed there must be at least some kind of base regulation for these assets and bank equivalent regulation for blockchain applications, seeking to offer products similar to what traditional banking offers. They want to have backed cryptocurrencies in the future. It's all pushing in that direction. That's how I know XRP is going to be a high valued stablecoin of the future. But regulations, they want to regulate crypto the same way they regulate the bank. I believe they're looking for a way to keep their hand in the pot. The elite designed surveillance networks in the crypto industry. The Universal Digital Payments Network was launched last Thursday at the World Economic Forum to provide interoperability between regulated stablecoins and central bank digital currencies. So all of a sudden, the World Economic Forum seems to be on top of this. Like I said in the past, I believe they already have a framework drawn up around crypto regulations. And at some point, at the right time, they're going to release it to everyone all at the same time throughout the world because they call it global crypto regulations. This article makes the Chinese state connection even clearer. China's blockchain service network is linking stablecoins and CBDCs. So, who is with China right now doing this? Red Date did not disclose the names of the banks, but representatives from international banks include Deutsche Bank, Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation, HSBC, Standard Chartered, and the Bank of East Asia participated in a panel discussion with Red Date at the UDPN launch event. I'm telling you right now, I know China is going to utilize Ripple and XRP in the future because 3 out of 5 BRICS nations already are on board with Ripple. And it's just a matter of time. I believe what's going on right now is all of this is getting built in the background. That massive network I'm always talking about, that massive network is the new financial system. You could see it, partner after partner, this company tied in, this bank tied in. It's all coming together. U.S. Federal Reserve laundered USD before they switch over to crypto, and anyone whose money is in a traditional bank will automatically become USD Bundle. That's their plan, and I'm 99% positive based on my research. Your footprints will forever be tracked. Move your USD now. And we see here everything you need to know about the USD Bundle. What is the USD Bundle? It's a bundled asset that comprises the US dollar and stablecoins. The list of stablecoins is currently BUSD, TUSD, USDC. This is how they could easily take the money that's in your bank and convert it right over to digital. But I believe what's going to happen is there's going to be a lot of problems with that. We might actually see bail-ins happen if there's massive amounts of USD disappearing during the transfer over from fiat to digital. But it shows you how easily this can be done. All assets within the USD bundle can be freely deposited or withdrawn anytime at a 1-to-1 ratio with no conversion fees or spreads incurred. The USD bundle will be displayed through the Crypto.com exchange's user interface as USD. For example, the Bitcoin USD bundle trading pair will be denominated as BTC USD. So if Crypto.com can do this, your bank could definitely do it as well. FDIC is more creative if one bank goes under, LOL. If all the banks of the country start to struggle, the printer is coming, and you're crazy if you don't think it will come. And like I said, I believe that the printer is definitely going to come on at some point. And it's just a matter of time until we can no longer print money. Once the petrodollar is gone, that's it. No more money printing. Then something new has to happen. That's why I believe they're trying to rush regulations. They're trying to get over to that new system as soon as possible. The pandemic is fast forwarding us to a cashless society and making life harder for the unbanked. An estimated 7.1 million American households were unbanked in 2019. According to FDIC, these households didn't have a bank or credit union account. I didn't realize there was that many people unbanked in the US, but you could see how they're pushing towards a cashless society. Little by little, they want to get these people banked as soon as possible. So, however, many businesses have gone cashless in order to simplify their COVID era operations and reduce risk to employees, even though the risk of transmitting the virus through cash is believed to be low. And while the majority of small business owners, 82%, according to a June 2020 report from Square, are still accepting cash payments, those who have gone cashless may represent challenges to the unbanked individuals. So as long as people keep using cash, it's harder for them to transition us to cashless. That's why it's important to stop using the debit and credit cards. Did Bank of America just bail in customer funds? Now, remember last week I shared this with you and I told you about Bank of America? Well, a lot of people think this is a quick run on what's to come. They call it a silent bank bail in. It's a scenario where a bank, without warning, takes a portion of its customers' deposits to improve its financial stability. This differs from a traditional bailout, where the government or a deposit insurance scheme would provide funds to the bank to keep it insolvent. In a silent bank bail-in, the bank uses the funds of its customers to stay in business rather than going bankrupt. Think about It's a Wonderful Life when they just had to make it to 6 o'clock on that day. So is Bank of America in that bad of shape that they had to take funds from the customers to stay open for a full day or until they could get in better standing? Who knows what happened there, but it seems too coincidental that right after FDIC is talking about bail-ins, Bank of America has troubles. And we know Bank of America probably wants to go live with that on-demand liquidity as soon as possible. CBDCs do not change the definition of money, but will likely change how and when value is transferred over the next 15 years. So they're very pro CBDC because they know at some point when a CBDC rolls out, and once that Ripple case wraps up, Bank of America will stay open because they'll have the upper hand over even bigger banks. Nasara is coming. Our new quantum financial system is coming. All of our money is already mirrored into the quantum financial system. There's going to be a mess with our banks. Don't be afraid. Our money is safe. If possible, have a month's worth of cash on hand. The cabal is almost gone. Now, I looked at this list when it comes to Nasara, right? You see, forgives all credit card, mortgage, student loan, and other bank debt due to illegal banking and government activities. Now remember, they wanted to forgive a lot of student loan. Dissolves the IRS and ends all income tax. They're already talking about getting rid of the IRS and getting rid of income tax. Creates flat rate, non-essential, new items only, sales tax, consumption tax. Increased benefits to senior citizens. You're always hearing how they want to give seniors more. Returns constitutional law to all of our courts and legal matters. Retrains all judges and attorneys in constitutional law. We're not there yet. I believe that will happen after the fall of the financial system. Provides for new representation elections within constitutional law. I believe right now we're having all the problems with the elections as well. They'll probably have to come up with a solution in the future. Monitors elections and prevents illegal activities of billionaires and special interest groups. In other words, almost like a level playing field, right? Ends the Federal Reserve System and begins a new U.S. Treasury banking system that follows constitutional law. How many times have you heard abolish the Fed? Creates new U.S. Treasury currency backed by gold, silver, precious metals, ending U.S. government bankruptcy. This will initiate global economic reform. The gold-backed system restores financial privacy. That's the one thing everybody's concerned about with the CBDC. So maybe privacy laws come first. Ceases all aggressive U.S. government military action worldwide. That means all the wars end all of a sudden. Leads to peace throughout the world. Enables release of over 6,000 patents of suppressed technologies and enormous sums of money for humanitarian purposes. I believe they're following this Nasara timeline because it already started with the student loan. Maybe they're seeing how people feel about that. Then they already want to get rid of the IRS. And we know about them wanting to add sales tax to certain items, like a consumption tax. And we always know that they talk about the senior citizens getting more benefits. So maybe that's where we are. Maybe the first four are already being talked about. But then I believe that the system has to collapse in order for the rest to happen. The FAIR Act of 2023 would repeal all federal taxes, including the federal income tax, abolish the Internal Revenue Service, and enact a national sales tax. Federal income taxes, payroll taxes, as well as estate and gift taxes would be repealed. So you see what I mean? How they're already talking about some of that? Do you believe we're headed towards Nasara? Let me know what you think. So gold and silver boom predicted as U.S. hits debt ceiling, dollar devalues, as we see here. So ongoing inflationary pressures and increasing risks to the federal government could default on its loans will likely see Wall Street traders push to precious metals in 2023. The U.S. hit its $31.4 trillion debt ceiling on Thursday after the latest inflation data showed consumer prices still 6.5% higher on an annual basis. Now, I feel everything is pushing towards precious metals. I even said it before, most likely when it comes time to cash out some XRP, we might be cashing out into gold and silver because I believe by that time the US dollar will be way down in value. Ripple versus SEC. Judge Torres could give Ripple an outright win. This has to happen as well. Although XRP has a large number of advocates in its lawsuit against the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, there are some people who have taken the SEC's side and are persuaded that XRP is a security. People with these viewpoints have been vocalizing them in Twitter comment section of crypto lawyer and XRP backer Johnny Deaton, who has been an evangelist for Ripple from the very beginning. What Deaton's question is, therefore, Deaton has presented them with a perplexing question. The issue that needs to be answered is why, if XRP was so obviously security, the SEC did not require Ripple to cease selling it after SEC enforcement attorneys reviewed XRP in a document that was dated June 13, 2018. They did not even recommend sending Ripple a cease and desist letter or pursuing legal action if the company did not stop offering illicit securities. The lawyer continued by asking why the SEC had allowed Ripple to take advantage of the public and dump on us if it was so evident and clear that they had done so. Why would they make it possible for Ripple to purchase 9% of MoneyGram, then provide XRP to MoneyGram, which MoneyGram would then sell to the general public? You see what I mean? I believe this case is all a sham, and I believe they're going to end it at a specific date. And I believe it's coming in the very near future, because they allowed Ripple to XRP to still be sold, and they allowed us to still buy it as XRP investors. So if it was such a bad situation for Ripple and XRP in the judge's eyes, this would have ended all the way back in 2020. They would have been presented with a cease and desist letter. On top of that, you would not be able to buy it anywhere. All the exchanges would have had to delist it all at once. But you could go right now to Uphold and buy XRP. So I believe everything is leading up to what we just talked about with Nasara. And I also believe that the banks are in big trouble. But let me know what your thoughts are. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.